Hey everybody, Dirili here. Welcome to another audiolog. And today I am celebrating reaching 1,000 subscribers. Really, more than anything, I just feel so honored and lucky. And I love you all so much for listening or watching. I just wanted to talk a little bit today about how I ended up here. You know, when I originally started this channel, I wanted it to be half otome game readings and half stealth horror let's plays. I had meant for things to be a little bit more diverse. And anybody who's listened to my channel intro, or I think probably my first audiolog, and the beginnings of some of my otome game readings, you know that I read the stories out loud for people to listen to while they're doing other things. I started doing that because while I was doing artwork, I would listen to stories on YouTube, and at first it was just creepypastas, but then I decided to look up some otome visual novels, because with all the work that I had to do, I knew I'd never actually have time to sit down and read them myself. Yeah, play them and read them myself, but I could listen to someone else read them. But unfortunately, most of the people who were reading them didn't read the lines that were spoken in Japanese, so I would have to stop working to look up and read every time the game spoke, so I couldn't really watch them. So I thought, well, maybe this is something I can do for other people. And otome games specifically, I had been interested in them something like 15 years ago, but there was barely anything out there at the time, so I had forgot about them for a long time, and I only just recently looked into them again and found out that there have been lots of releases in that field, though unfortunately most of them are only in Japanese. But there were also at least a handful in English, so I also thought that perhaps maybe I could somehow help to bring more attention to the otome genre too, and get more people interested in it, and maybe that would help more of these games become available in English. So I ended up steering even harder in that direction. Partly because of that, but also I so desperately wanted to play many of the titles that are not translated. I wanted it badly enough to look for translators, and I got really lucky that Momoko and Olorin found me. I have to say though that another route that you can trace my current path back to is the fact that I really love to read to people. When I was in my late teens, for a little while, my sisters and I, when we would go swimming, before we got in the pool, my sisters would lie out and tan for a while. And while they were tanning, I would read them. We were reading The Hunchback of Notre Dame. And I would have read other books, but it was a period of time that didn't last very long. But I really enjoyed that, and they enjoyed it too, though I don't remember if we finished the book or not that year. But I know they finished it on their own if we didn't finish it together. And there was a while, my very first boyfriend, I would read to him sometimes, just, for fun. In the afternoon after school, just be lying around and I'd read out loud to him, which was really sweet and fun. And, I always thought that someday I would have children and grandchildren to read to. Maybe we'd have story time sometime in the day, and then I would get to read them bedtime stories. But it just never happened. Never got married, never had kids. But I have a niece and nephew, but our family schedules just don't quite coincide at the moment. And even if they did, sometimes children don't want what you want them to want. So, sometimes they'd rather watch TV than have you read them a book. So there's no guarantees that even if our schedules did coincide, I would actually get to do that. So basically, I really get several kinds of gratification out of doing this. I get to play these games and read these stories that I love and try to help out a fledgling industry. And I get the warm feeling from getting to read to people. It kind of in a way fulfills a little bit of a maternal instinct that I never got to actually use. And hey, I'm probably old enough to be the mother of more than half the people that listen to me, according to my demographics on YouTube. But really, thank you all so much for listening to me. Thank you for letting me read to you. It means the world to me. Even when I was younger, before I ever thought about being a mother, I always wanted to be able to comfort people and make them feel better, especially when they were sad. So one of the most uplifting things I've experienced since starting my channel was all the people that told me that they found my voice soothing or relaxing. I feel like maybe I'm able to help comfort or relax people through this, which totally makes my heart soar every time I hear that and think that's a possibility. But that's just it's like a dream come true to be able to do that. That makes me happy more than anything else in the world. And it's been an insane amount of work, but all so totally worth it, knowing that I make some people happy out there. And I'm going to keep working hard and try to provide stories for people to listen to every day. I wish I could provide more than what I'm doing right now, but I haven't found a way to make things go faster yet. But you can be sure that I will keep researching ways to do things more efficiently and quickly. And I will keep trying to find new things to make my recordings better. Because there are definitely some things that are still awkward in my setting that make it more difficult for me to do the readings and recordings. And I could probably use some voice training or something. I need to learn some tricks. I never did any kind of voice training or any voice lessons, so I don't know, maybe something like that would actually help me out. I'll have to look things up on the internet. But also, if I can get more time to learn more Japanese later on down the line, that could facilitate things. Maybe I can make the videos, the 15-minute translated videos. Well, subtitled, they're 15 minutes, but when I read them, they're more like 10. Maybe I can make those videos longer, or I can get back to doing 7 a week instead of 5. Or maybe I can help Oliver with Trigger Kiss at some point. Who knows? But that's like a lot of learning down the line because it's not easy to learn a whole language, and I really had to put some time into it. So I'd actually have to be able to have more free time outside of recording to learn that. And like I had said before on a different audiolog, I have the doll thing, and I really need to make over all the dolls that I have and get those sold before I totally give that hobby up. Well, sorry if that's a little pathetic for a 1,000 subscriber video, but I don't have anything interesting to do, really. I can't do a giveaway at the moment because bills popped up and I don't have enough money to buy anything decent to give away. So we're stuck with the little, well, I guess most people, when they do their milestone videos, they usually just do thanks anyway, or maybe some funny reels or something like that. So I guess this isn't really too far off mark from what most people do, huh? Well, hope I didn't disappoint anybody out there too much. I'm gonna get to work now. I'm actually about to start recording Amnesia right now, right after I finish this. So, you guys will be seeing that in a couple days. Very shortly. Thursday, February 11th will be when I start reading Amnesia. So I'm gonna go get to work on that now. And thank you all again so much for helping me reach 1,000 subscribers. And as usual, thank you so much for joining me. And I wish you all health, happiness, and safety. Dirili signing out. Bye-bye, everybody.